Hey, Hope here with another video. Today we're going over AAC Light Heavyweight M1 Savage Black Cat. Quadruple Crossing. First, have DPS go in at corners to bait conal AoEs. Once these go off, DPS go out and supports come in to do the same. After, rotate to the supports to dodge the DPS AoE hitting a second time. Then, rotate to the DPS spots to avoid the second hit from the support's AoE. Biscuit Maker, a 2-hit tank buster. The first hit applies a vuln, either tank swap or invuln. The vulnerability does not last into the autos after, so you can continue tanking as long as you are healed. 9 lives. This creates a buff that will later copy the mechanic next used by Black Cat. 1-2 paw. The same as normal, dodge left, then right, or right, then left. Remember the order because Soul Shade. This takes the mechanic stored since 9 lives and applies it to the 2 clones that this creates. This will leave you with a small pizza slice of the arena safe. After the first hit, run directly through the boss. 9 lives. Once again, Black Cat starts to store another mechanic. Next is either Quadruple Swipe or Dual Swipe. Quadruple Swipe is a support DPS pair stack. Have supports rotate clockwise to the DPS to soak the stack together. For Dual Swipe, have the light parties group east and west to soak. Soul Shade imbues the mechanic in the cat copy she creates. Leaping Quadruple Crossing. This is the same as the opening mechanic, however at the end of it, the partner stack or light party stack from before will go off. Make sure you have your final dodge in you with your partner or in the northwest, southeast corners depending on your light party. Group 1 northwest and group 2 southeast. Another bloody scratch, make sure to use your mitigation. Mouser works the same as in normal but with 1 extra hit. An easy way to solve is to start southwest of the boss, wait for the hits to telegraph. If the southeast platform is only hit 1 time, you can move there and stay. If it is hit twice, you can move there, then up to the northeast tile for the duration of the mechanic. Here you can see it gets hit twice, so we move in, pause for a moment, and then move up. Copycat clones Black Cat. The clone will be using Elevate and Eviscerate to either stun players or knock them up and back. Either all DPS, 1 at a time, or all supports, 1 at a time, will be marked with a paw print indicating it is their turn to take the Elevate and Eviscerate. Differing from normal mode, the targeted player also cleaves all tiles cardinal of the one they take the initial hit on. It is also important to note that the knockup version will damage the tile you land on, which is 1 tile in the direction you are facing, while the stun will damage the tile you are standing on. If her left fist is high, she is doing a stun. If she leans over and her right fist glows, she is doing a knockup. Biscuit Maker is the same as before. Shockwave, have group 1 go west, group 2 go east. If you did not break any tiles, then you can simply aim for the corner that is showing repairs faster. 1 east and 1 west corner will always repair faster than the others. You cannot immune the knockback, but you can cancel it with gap closers. Ranged can stay out, melees can come back in, have DPS go right looking at the boss, and supports left looking at the boss for the spreads after the knockback. 9 lives starts to store another mechanic. Leaping 1-2 paw is the exact same as before. Soul Shade will store this in a clone. 9 lives cast again. Leaping Quadruple Crossing, this is the same as originally and is immediately stored with Soul Shade. Next, Black Cat will tether to one of the clones. This will decide which clone's mechanics go off. If the clone with leaping quadruple crossing is chosen, Black Cat will cast Nail Chipper, marking 4 players with red prey marks. Have these players start out, and the unmarked players start in at your normal spread positions. The first hit will have the marked players blow up a small AoE on themselves, and the other 4 players will receive their marks. Switch after the first hit, rotate into the area that was just cleaved, then rotate back, having the currently marked players be far enough out to not cleave the unmarked players with their AoE. Next, Black Cat will tether to the other clone. If this clone is the 2-paw clone, then she will also cast Tempestuous Tear. This is 2 stacks targeted on the healers. Have the healers bait north and south. Group 1 north, group 2 south. Make sure to dodge the left and right cleave. Remember that the clone will dash from what was originally stored. Bloody Scratch is a heavy raid wide. Mouser 2, nothing different here. Copycat works the same as before, targeting the opposite of the supports or DPS from before. However, this time, Black Cat will cast one of 2 moves, Splintering Nails or Overshadow. For Overshadow, simply stack without the eviscerated player on a safe tile. For Splintering Nails, each roll will be hit with a small conal AoE. From the safe spot and looking at the boss, have tanks stacked to the left, healers in the middle, and DPS to the right. After all of this is over, another biscuit maker, and into a shockwave. Raining Cats. 2 things are happening here. One is that 2 players will be tethered. This tether is passive. The next is that there will be 2 arrows which are stacks, one on the closest player and one on the furthest. Have group 1 on the southwest and inside the hitbox. Have group 2 on the southeast and at max melee. Have tanks stand in front of their respective groups and take the tethers to the northeast and northwest on the rim of the hitbox. As each hit of Raining Cats goes off, trade the tether by having the previous tether player regroup and the next person stand in front of the group to take the tether before moving to the northeast or northwest to resolve the mechanic. You should use the order of tank, healer, melee, ranged. Another copycat. This time it will cast Predacious Pounce. This is exactly like normal, where she will highlight large AoEs and steps that are smaller line AoEs. You can drag the boss near the beginning AoE and move into it to usually be safe without moving much further, if at all. Partway through this mechanic, the boss will jump middle and cast 1 2-paw to cleave each half of the room. Following this is Mouser, which is in rage as she breaks all of the tiles at roughly 10 minutes into the fight. That's all. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe. Also, the new Discord Nace, linked in the description, is the best place to find resources and guides about the Savage tier. Have a good day.